Hello, everybody. This is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Part 4, Chapter 1. Karenin and his wife continued to live under the same roof, to meet every day, and yet to remain entire strangers to each other. Alexey Alexandrovitch made a point of avoiding comments from the servants by appearing with his wife, but he seldom dined at home. Vronsky was never seen there. Anna met him outside, and her husband knew it. All three suffered from a situation which would have been intolerable, had not each believed it to be transitory. Alexey Alexandrovitch expected to see this passion, like everything else in the world, come to an end before his name was dishonored. Anna, the cause of all the trouble, and the one on whom the consequences weighed the most cruelly, only accepted her position in the conviction that a crisis was near at hand. As to Vronsky, he had come to believe as she did. Towards the middle of winter, Vronsky had to spend a tiresome week. He was delegated to show a foreign prince about St. Petersburg, and this honor, due to his irreproachable bearing and his familiarity with foreign languages, was disagreeable to him. The prince was anxious to be able to answer any questions that might be put to him on his return, and at the same time to enjoy all the pleasures peculiar to the country. So he had to be instructed during the day and amused in the evening. This prince enjoyed exceptionally good health, even for a prince, and owing to the scrupulous care he took of himself, he could endure excessive fatigue, remaining all the while as fresh as a great green shiny Dutch cucumber. He had been a great traveler, recognizing in the great advantage of easy modern communication a means of amusing himself in various ways. In Spain he had given serenades and fallen in love with a Spanish girl who played the mandolin. In Switzerland he had chased the chamois. In England leaped ditches in a red shooting jacket and shot 200 pheasants on a wager. In Turkey he had penetrated a harem. In India he had ridden the elephant, and now he intended to taste the pleasures of Russia. Vronsky, as master of ceremonies, arranged with no little difficulty a program of amusements, truly Russian in character. There were races, blenouille, carnival cakes, bear hunts, troika parties, gypsies, and feasts set forth with Russian dishes, and the prince quickly entered into the spirit of these Russian sports, broke his waiter of glasses with the rest, took a gypsy girl on his knee, and then asked himself if the whole pleasure of the Russians consisted only in this, without going further. More than in all the pleasures which the Russians could offer him, the prince took delight in French actresses, ballet dancers, and white seal champagne. Vronsky was well acquainted with princes, but either because he had changed of late, or else because he had too close a view of this particular prince, this week seemed terribly long to him. He experienced the feelings of a man placed in charge of a dangerous lunatic, who dreaded his patient and feared for his own reason. In spite of this official reserve which restrained him, he grew red with anger more than once, in listening to the prince's remarks about Russian women whom he condescended to study. What irritated Vronsky most violently about this man was that he found in him a reflection of his own individuality, and it was not a flattering mirror. The image that he saw there was that of a very stupid, very self-confident, very healthy, fastidious man of even temperament with his superiors, simple and good-natured with his equals, coolly kind towards his inferiors. He was a gentleman, and Vronsky could not deny the fact. Vronsky conducted himself in exactly the same way and was proud of it. But in his relations to the prince, he was the inferior, and this contemptuous treatment of himself nettled him. Stupid ox, is it possible that I'm like him? He thought. So at the end of the week, when he took leave of the prince, who was on his way to Moscow, he was delighted to be delivered from this inconvenient situation and this disagreeable mirror. They went directly to the station from a bear hunt, which had occupied all the night with brilliant exhibitions of Russian daring.